Mark Shepherd Healing Pastures, and a lot happened this week. So much happened. Just wanted to take a moment to kind of reflect on how lovely these woods are, having had pig impact for a month or so. And these particular kinds of pigs don't dig, but boy, they sure kept, all the little undergrowthy, saplingy kinds of things from growing. And the next step is to thin out the trees so that there's some dappled sunlight in here. And at some point I would like to put up a timeless perimeter fence just all around the whole property, so that if we need to quarantine animals, or if we need to move animals in and check them or move them out, or actually have a shady place to do animal medications, like this is a really nice spot. Snail management, chicken style. And of course, this is a pilot program. We're gonna go bigger next year, and we're gonna figure out how to deploy the chickens ahead of the sheep. I admire the handiwork of people who are builders of things. Anything I build looks pretty ridiculous, but that causes me to appreciate something that's amazing, well done. And I think he managed to build that chicken nesting house for less than $500. But here's my latest ducklings. Look at this. Look at how big they are. They're pretty big. Man, they disappear in the grass. Look at that. There's a duck there. It's hard to tell. So we're gonna get more ducks, and we're probably gonna get more chickens, and we're gonna combine them with the other species, and we're gonna figure this out. hopefully before we run out of money, time, energy, or hope. And so we're working on it. Boy, are we working. Working. All right, well, here's a problem. Here is a problem with this electric netting stuff. I don't know if you can see it, but sometimes the bottom wire gets under the metal step in, and that really screws with your voltage. All right, we thought it was the charger because it's a cheap Tractor Supply charger, but it wasn't. There was a little bit of hot wire underneath one of the end posts. We're getting plenty now. Plenty. Anything above 3 is fine. There we go. It's the wideness of those leaves. They're just amazing. So I'm here with Joel Howie, and we're just looking at where we had the male sheep, the rams, this winter. This was the main area, and you can just see how much darker green the areas where we rolled out hay are. Not only are they just rejuvenated, but the soil underneath, in areas that aren't filled with grass, the soil underneath is moist still. If I can get down to it, it's a real thick one. It's still kind of moist down in there. So yeah. So that's one idea, one theory that we tried, and it worked. And this looks great. This is so much nicer than it was last summer. And we had a lot of water, a lot of rain last summer. And the hay here is still really thick. I can feel how thick it is, but stuff is still growing through it. So this was a big area we rolled out. Awesome. And oh, you're gonna show me apples. Oh, I see apples on these tiny little trees. Do they need support?
I don't know.
Look at the size of this tiny tree, and it's got beautiful apples on it.
We planted this 3 years ago.
Look at that.
These are probably getting ready. I think this is a Niagara.
Is that early?
Yeah.
There's a metal thing right there.
Yep. Yeah, good apple. Just about right.
That's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
This row is loaded with apples.
So it's great to actually see the fruits of your labor sometimes. Because, you know, there's no audience cheering a regenerative orchardist on.
I know, nothing.
Except for me. Go, Joel!
This one's called Red Baron.
Cool.
That's another early ripener. And then this row is Paula Red.
Ooh, Paula Reds, those are good.
Just about every tree in this row has apples on it.
Cool, and how old are these now?
We planted them 3 years ago.
3 years.
On standard rootstocks.
Okay. And what does that mean, standard rootstock?
Full grown apple tree. Most commercial orchardists will plant like dwarf rootstocks, which are faster growing,
right?
Less expensive root systems.
Okay.
Fruit sooner than a standard root.
Okay. But more of a long-term
investment.
Better return in the long.
Yep. Bigger root
Long
system,
term.
Which means you don't have to irrigate them as much.
Okay.
And they're a little hardier for the cold.
And are you feeling like, since it's been so dry, that you might want to irrigate it all, or?
Not yet.
Okay.
I think we're in good shape.
Okay.
A lot of the new trees we just planted this spring are dark green leaves.
Okay.
They're in really good shape.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, well, you can notice we didn't do much hay bombing here. We did a little bit up there, and you can see how much darker green. There's little spots. You go, oh, okay.
We rolled them off that driveway.
Yeah, we rolled them in that way. Over there, yeah.
But
cool.
hay bombing works.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's Tuesday, the 29th of July, and I just dropped 4 pigs off. And so this is the before shot. Now these are not typical heritage pigs that root. They are supposedly grass-eating pigs, but the question is, there's a lot of stuff in here that is not good grasses. It's like marshy. It's a little wet in here, but there's plenty of shade. But the pigs are in a pretty good place. And the cider house is right up the hill, so they'll get plenty of compost, plenty of delicious things. Plenty of delicious things. It is so good to be back at Canton Apples. I have to really say, like, just being around Joel and his son Luke. I mean, there's some people in the world that literally, they make a difference. They just, their presence makes a difference. And I don't feel like I'm one of those people. Maybe through my music, but Joel, he shows up and all of a sudden this is fun again, you know? Hey, my name is Mark Shepard, and this is the very first and possibly last episode of The Solar Shepherd. And I have a shit show on my hands today. If you want to watch this channel, that's great, but I'm going to use bad language because this is real life and death stuff. I came here today. We've had hot weather, had an automated water setup, and one of the sheep succumbed to heat, I guess, and died right in the water tank. So the sheep have not had water. But anyway, I'm just going to try to keep you, try to tell the story here. These are rental sheep, and the owners didn't shear them, and it's been beastly hot. They have shade here in the solar area, so I thought it would be okay, but evidently not. You gotta stay hydrated. Like, you could drop dead out here too. It's so dry. It's really kind of scary. But underneath the solar panels, plenty of green. But pretty much in between the solar panels, kind of burned. I gotta check this water and hook up the float valve. Oh boy, there's just so many things. It's one of those shit show days. Oh good, it hasn't overflowed and they are drinking. And it's clean. There was a dead sheep in there. Yeah, I hosed it out and brushed it out. But I'm gonna be dumping it and moving it soon. But I gotta bring a whole other tank of water. And there's just so many things going on. And my brain is spinning. In the meantime, my 98-year-old dad collapsed and fell down trying to get up, and he's got some kind of a stomach bug, and we had to cancel the surprise party. It's just a crazy shit show of a day. Sometimes that happens. That looks a lot bigger than a kestrel. Maybe it's not. For a second I was like, is that a peregrine falcon? I think it's a young kestrel that's kind of clueless. It's gonna fly away. I don't have time to bird watch tonight. There it goes. Of course, my windshield is filthy. That's either the immature or female. The males are just gorgeous. Looking around for stuff to eat. Oh yeah. I gotta feed my dogs. It's getting dark. This is so cool though. This is why I do this. And is it worth it? I don't know yet. Having had 3 sheep die, not my own sheep, the rental sheep, so I bought them. It's a $750 day in the negative. There you go. Go on, you can fly. Take off. There we go. Good girl. Finish your dinner. Good boy. Wow, what a shit show of a day. I gotta document this one. Holy crap. So my dad ended up getting sick to his stomach and explosive diarrhea in the middle of the night. And my sister's visiting. We were gonna have a big surprise party for him because it's his birthday. It's his 98th birthday. The poor guy had a shitty birthday, literally. And I had stuff I had to do. I had lives that were hanging in the balance over at the Oswegatchie Solar place where the rental sheep are. So I left around 9:30 to go see what was going on with them. And holy crap, I got there. There were 3 dead sheep right next to the water. One of them died right in the water. So none of the other sheep actually had water. So it was serious emergency. And luckily I still had some in the tank on site. So I was able to pull those sheep out and dump the tank and clean it out and fill it with more water. And it was just like there were so many things that had to be done. They were ready to be moved, and I hadn't really closed them off from the last place. I just kind of opened up a new area to them, so they were all hanging out in the same place, and I don't want that, but I just was so pressed for time, and it's been so beastly hot. I just, blah. So anyway, I realized I needed to give them a new area, so I started doing that. And then I got a couple of phone calls, right, and text that evidently my father had attempted to get up and he had fallen and hit his head. And so my sister was freaking out. And luckily my friend Josh who used to live with my dad actually, was planning on stopping by to just say hello to him for his birthday. And so he showed up and they called the EMTs and they got dad up and hopefully cleaned up. But she did his laundry, which was nice. And by the time I got back, there was like 1:30, and dad was asleep in the chair. But you know, the EMTs, of course, wanted to take him to the hospital. They want to do that to, you know, make sure. But he didn't want to go. Blah blah blah. So then I had to go get my stock trailer and then bring it back to the house and fill it up and then take it back out to the rental sheep and finish setting that all up. So that I did that this evening. I haven't eaten dinner. I had a couple of pistachios and, you know, a bowl of yogurt to eat all day. And I'm driving home and I realized I needed to come and feed the dogs and feed the pigs and feed the rams and, you know, throw some apples. When I say feed, I mean throw apples. Check on them. Make sure they have water. Anyway, so as soon as Luna's finish your dinner, Luna. I'm going to go and maybe have some dinner. But at least it wasn't my sheep who died today. Because I don't need to shear my sheep. These people did not shear their sheep before they rented them to me. Like, I have sheep with full wool coats on in the middle of the hottest summer we've ever had. And they're dying. They obviously got overheated and died. Ugh. The maggots, the flies. It's just, ugh. The smell. Ugh. Ugh. So yeah, so I was a little impatient with my sister. But it's a good thing we didn't have the party because I wouldn't have been able to make it. I would not have been able to be there because I just had too many things that had to be done today. Emergency kind of shit. So whatever. And it's very clear I have to have a full-time helper or partner or something because like I am continually maxed out. So whatever. Hi girls. Yeah, you missed the apples. Tough shit. I gave him 4 buckets of apples last night and I only had 1 tonight. Sorry. You'll get more tomorrow. I was like, I shouldn't have given him 4 buckets. Like they're all gonna have diarrhea. But they ate every one of them last night. So hopefully this fucking weather will break. And that's all I got. Ducks are enjoying fresh water in their little mini pond. And the sheep think I have something, but I gave you apples. The apples are over there, ladies. Come on, the apples are over here. It's actually not beastly hot today. It's a nice day. I know, look at you. She has a bad foot right there, and I need to get a glimpse of it and see if, as long as there's not a bunch of flies. Yeah, you guys followed me, but there's apples here. There's apples here. Yeah, and I gave the dogs treats so they wouldn't try to eat them. Come on, sheepy, sheep. Come get apples. Come on. There's plenty of apples right here. There's apples. Right there. Right there. There's apples. She's got a limp. We got limpers. But it's not looking like maggots. Like, this is legs. She's skinny, but she's got 2 lambs. I don't know if she's weaned them. You're pretty. That's one of Betsy Hodges, I think. I could be wrong. So they're using these horrible guy wires to scratch against. The problem is if they panic and they run, they can hit them and hurt themselves, and then that opens them up to fly strike. So there's a lot of moving parts. All right, so the ducks are still getting water. I'm gonna feed them some of their apple cider vinegar elixir. Hey, hey baby, hey. Mocha's looking really thin too, and she didn't even have a baby, so I'm concerned about my original 3, but Splotchy's looking fine, so she's the one I'm worried about the most, because if she drops dead, like, she's my favorite. Like, I gotta have non-attachment. So I've put some wood ash out just in case they feel the need to self-medicate, and I gotta go fill up their bowl. They're ready for that. Ship, ship, ship. Come on. There you go. They don't go very far before they start eating. Yeah, well tangled. So you don't need 100 sheep, is my point. 100 sheep would be great. It would be a whole different operation. But with only 8 sheep, and of course we had some pigs in here too. We had 4 pigs and 8 sheep. They were here a week. Did they do a perfect golf course job? No, we don't want that. We want the plant to still have some solar collector so the roots become healthy. Because ultimately, if we can spend 5 to 10 years here, like, we could make this into a grazing paradise for our species, for our sheep. So anyway, they're happy. It only took 2 hours. And now I got to move their water. It's that time of day. It's magic hour. I'm here at Canton Apples, and new this year are the chickens. And I got my ducklings right here. And they're enjoying their little duck pond. And an organization called Garden Share is having a big shindig here with local farm-to-table food. It's been a delicious, delicious evening. Just perfect weather. Finally. Wow. It's been good to be here. And there's just people all over the place. We're giving tours. And the Big Spoon restaurant did the food. And there were almost no scraps for the pigs. Like, it was such good food. Nobody wasted any. Not that it would be wasted, but anyway, pretty cool event. Sorry about the camera work.
Almost half the size of a baby from like a Black Angus or something.
So do you have the same at your farm?
Yeah. These are, I've got 20 more at my farm.
So why also come here? Just to help?
I love it. I love our trailer library too. It's rich. We are rich in resources. And we didn't all have to buy all of it. That's so revolutionary in our society. You know, like. Well, we just had a fabulous, successful Garden Share event at Canton Apples, and the sun is setting, and Joel Howie is the mastermind behind it, and he's just amazing, and we love him, and we love Luke, and I don't know who you people are, but but we got the moon, and it was a great evening, and there you go. Rent this truck in the off season. So we had a really good event here at Canton Apples, and I was just kind of reflecting on how much of a shit show yesterday was, and how smoothly, and the word humanely, how smoothly and well things went today. Both long days, And the reality is not every day is going to go the way you want it to. And farming, as in most other businesses, is about solving problems and about having the resourcefulness to take appropriate action and to adjust and adapt and respond to conditions. So that's my takeaway. Anyway, it was a much better day today, and my dad's feeling better, and hopefully no more sheep have died in Ogdensburg, and yeah, I haven't lost any of my sheep, knock on wood, but we're working on sustaining health, sustaining balance, sustaining adaptability, resourcefulness, regeneration, restoration. These words have layers of meaning, and ultimately every organism on the planet has to respond to conditions even when things are not favorable, even when there are predators, even when there are parasites, even when there are diseases. All of these things happen when things are out of balance. And so our job as humans is to stop destroying the balance and to find a way to restore it. That's it. I'm done for the day. Going home. Peace, love, grooviness. Over and out. Boom. You guys ready? Hi, Luna. Here we go. Chip, 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 chip. Careful of the wires. Careful of the wires. These stupid support wires. Looks like Luna got tangled in one. All right. I think they're all over here. And while they're starting to eat, I gotta go set them up with some water. All right, so I just moved the girls from here, where they were for a week, to here, where they've been for 2 minutes. Are sheep effective at keeping vegetation down? I think so. Hey girls. Hello. We got a little calf here's a little spooky. Oh, look at that. Oh my God. Hey, honey. Oh, there's a baby. There's a beautiful little baby. Hi. Oh, hi.